So, last week we tried to update, or wait, I updated the mod, and then the save just didn't work particularly well. I mean, we could go up to like April, but yeah, beyond that we just couldn't go. So, and now we started a new game as Portugal, which is probably going to end up in YouTube eventually as well. But now we've reverted back to the old version. And first things first, we probably want to do the automated investments. Let's take the utility decisions and automatic investments on. And hold on, is there a investment manager? There we go. So currently it is 0% of treasury and investment frequency none. So I think I'm going to go with 10% of treasury every... Actually, I think right now I'm going to go every 3 years. And then we're going to exit there, and then I believe we can actually probably just close these utility decisions again. Right, so we do have a claim on Milan. That is something that we could do. They're allied to Passau, which is over here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Milan isn't very strong, to be fair, so we could maybe... Oh yeah, I can understand not wanting to mess up in translation. It would be a bit of, well, maybe, depending on the context, of course, but it can be somewhat embarrassing when you've translated something poorly. But let's hope that you can do it much better than I would. Right, so, Milan is something that we could declare war on. How much do they actually have troops is the next question I have. 5,000. Okay, so we wouldn't even need to use the second army necessarily. Right, so war against Milan would be quite easy. We have basically no aggressive expansion right now. But one thing that I've been thinking about today is, since we got no war or aggressive expansion right now, we need 2 of the provinces, or we need 5 provinces total within the region here, of the highlighted provinces, and 2 of the 3 Veronan provinces are included in that. Most of the Milan's provinces are included there. So what I might do... Actually, I suppose if I take like 2 provinces from Milan, or actually 3 provinces from Milan, and then 2 from Verona, that would be already enough. Oh, wait, no. Nope. We need 7, not 5. Right. Well, we're going to get maybe a little bit from Milan, a little bit from Verona, or we might vassalize Verona, because that also counts. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a claim on Trieste, because Trieste is allied to Friuli and Padua. And Padua is right here at our neighbor, as well as Friuli is right there. So if we take Verona and then declare war on Trieste, we might be able to take some land from Padua and maybe even from Friuli. Probably not all at once, to be fair, but we'll see. Let's unpause, shall we? Let the game start running. We don't have a massive amount of cash right now. We're still losing some cash. Now, in terms of the ships... 15-20 years, more or less, between wars and letting AA decay, more or less. Possibly. I mean, if we take province... Oh, right, Prestia is actually pretty high development, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's also 21. Okay. That's only 3. So if we were to take up to the Alps there, then might technically be an easier way to form the kingdom. These are 31 Devo combined. Or if we vassalize them, it's still going to be quite out of bit, but at least we're no longer part of the HRE. Like, parts of Provence is still part of the HRE, and like the Alsace-Lorraine region and former Burgundian lands, basically. Right, so that's the 5 loans, I believe. Yeah, more or less. Actually, the interest has gone down a little. Oh, right, because it refreshed the taxes that we were getting at February. I suppose since we got a spy in Milan, we might as well try to take a claim on Pavia if possible. We'll see how well it goes, to be fair, but I think it's doable. And then we might be able to take 2 provinces from them already. And that would certainly be useful. then we would have to wait the aggressive expansion to wear down a little bit, of course. Now, we do have quite a bit of reactionaries potentially forming up in Florence, so we do have the army in there. And we've got 69 there, which is quite nice. We're building the amenities to a higher level because we can only support 200,000 urban residents. But we already have 214,000, so we kind of need to expand it a little bit, I reckon. Now, whether it's going to be enough or not, I don't know. Oh, Ethiopia is being declared on. Speaking of Ethiopia, do we actually... No, that's not Ethiopia. Oh. That's Ethiopia. Okay, Ethiopia is not doing very strong by the looks of it. Oh boy. I mean, Ethiopia might be another fun nation to play as, although Mamluks are going to be a problem. Definitely going to be a big problem there. Okay, that was interesting. Oh, right, it might be some of the graphical stuff with the unit pack. Right, well, at least we're not seeing black bars through this, so that's, at least slightly better. Of course, now the unit... Okay, game. There we go. Just had to think for a moment there. Right. How much are we still losing? About a ducat per month. I mean, there are still some force that we could maybe put down. Telling hold of units may be a problem. Will depend on how many stay in the south. Yeah, that's true. Like, some of the troops in northern Africa have already been overrun. Ooh, 455. That's quite tempting option. We're going to continue with the current leadership. Although that did probably lower the loyalty of the nobility once more. Oh, and I can't improve the loyalty right now. Austria is the emperor. Yeah, it may have been just the mod. Which, if that's the case, I don't think it's going to have an impact on the... Oh, Simony. I could use the Papal Influence right now, because if we can get the stability back to 1, that'd be really nice. Or if we take this, that's going to reduce the interest per annum. Huh. Stability is stability. I think we're going to take the stability unless we get the stability before we get the points to take the stability. Which actually is probably something that I could check rather easily. And actually, how much do we need... Spy network for claim on Pavia? It's either 50 or 60. Now that it's not part of the HRE, it shouldn't be... Why don't you take a look? Because we might be able to claim Pavia now. That would be nice. Then of course another thing that we can do, because once we declare war on Verona, and that's going to pull in Savoy as well. Oh yeah, I can fabricate a claim. Excellent. Right, so Savoy, who are you allies to? You got a lot of allies, but Verona is an easy gateway to fight you. Well, relatively easy anyway. We're still losing money. Of course, that might change. Oh, there we go. We got a lot of points. Okay, a bit of stability. So what is our stability now? It's still 90% there. Well, that might actually change now with the month ticking over. I believe you need more points per stability still. Even on this, even though it's showing in percentage-wise. Oh. Oh. Ah, well, the difference might not be that large then. Maybe win the points there. But yeah, that's slightly better. The nobility of... loyalty of the nobility is 3% right now, so that's not particularly good. And even the burghers kind of hate us. There's not too much that I can do, I'm afraid. I mean, there might be... Oh, okay, so I'm now still losing 0.4 ducats per month. And the reactionaries are still 40%, although the Unrest has gone down a little bit. Well, some from centralization, a bit of base unrest there. Major change of learning, phonetics, organizing. I mean, that's the one that is causing pretty much all of this. And that is going to wear down in 14 years. Oh dear. Like I hear we don't pay the Archers many mill points even with low loyalty. Yeah, unlike in the Portugal playthrough. It's quite a different amount of things, really. I suppose we are a republic, so that kind of makes sense. Oh, yeah, there's a siege in Savoy. Not that I mind that. Milan, I think it's time for us to meet on the battlefield once more. I think I'm going to take Brescia as the war goal. They only have 7,000 men, including Passau. So I'm not too worried about this. Oh, and we got 2 siege people on this general. Oh boy, it's going to be a quick one. I'm going to keep this army behind for the time being, just to reduce the unrest in here a little bit. At least this positive stability is now relatively small, so the likelihood of that increasing is not particularly high. We're going to go with medium looting, and we're going to try to loot pretty much everything that we can. We need to get a bit of a war chest going on again. Whatever, so multiple from rather than less and having to pay more for the same issue. Yeah, that's true. Like we have... In the Portugal game, I think we did have about 100 development overall at the start there. Over here we have 370, so it is quite a difference, admittedly. That's the recovery speed. It does increase corruption quite a bit. Manpower recruitment cost goes down. Right, so Passau, there might be sending troops in here somewhere. Oh, I already got walls breach in here. Excellent. Since this is the war goal, it should be going fairly well. Hey, Dentrusty, how's it going? Oh, right, I forgot this 100% defensiveness in here. Lovely. I mean, it does have pretty high garrisons, so that makes a massive difference. No victory in the siege yet. How long have we... Oh, well, it's 4 months? 4.5 months now that we've been sieging down. It's not too bad. I mean, it's only 3 siege ticks in and we're already at 28%. Honestly, that's actually not bad. Oh, and we can get a Diplotech. We probably don't want to go for that quite yet. It's a bit expensive. Plus, what is the... Oh, right, we're working on the standing army ideas. That's going to give us the siege ability. Oh, well, that might actually be quite useful in here. Although, the new infantry wouldn't be bad either. But we can probably take the idea first and then... Oh, there we go. Stability 2. Excellent. Monthly war exhaustion makes the war taxes really only used in really bad situations. Yeah, I can imagine. Like maybe use it right before the taxes are calculated or something like that. Maybe. And even then it's a... Like if you need it then yes, but if you don't bother. Right, time to loot. It took 200 days for that siege to be done. Get to the next one. I have no idea where the army is. Not that it really matters, to be fair. So how much do we have loot so far? From Brescia alone. I mean, that is 30 development, so that should have quite a bit of loot in there overall. Oh, right, calculating taxes. Oh! We had like 60 ducats, now we have 200 ducats. Yeah, I think there was a bit of an increase in the cash that we have. Just saying. And population must have gotten a decent bit of money out of that as well. Our population, not theirs. Oh yeah, 160 ducats total loot so far. Oh, we did spend some points on the military port. At least, and of course the admin and Diplo aren't that important. Looting does make money, yes it does. For the looter. Okay, now we got 93% siege in, or defensiveness in here. They got some corruption in there. Actually, how much does Milan have corruption, I wonder? 33. Oh. Well. They got more than I do. I'm actually just... Oh, wow, yeah. Our corruption is going down rather rapidly. And ability loyalty, I think it's going to go up by like 1% per year right now. We can eventually start improving it again. But right now, we just need to wait some time before we can do that. There we go. Food shortage. We had like 4? No, 4. 2 siege Texans already at 14%. That could certainly be worse. 1.5 uprising over here. Oh, unrest in Florence. Is the unrest going down, or... Banditry is being suppressed. Rebellion is being suppressed. I think it might be going down. Wait, no. It's actually... I think it's going up. I think it's at... Gain plus 1.6 in suppression. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if it is. Not entirely sure if it is. No, it is 1.6 there. Okay, so it is still affecting in there, but like at least we're suppressing it a little bit. And actually, what I suppose I could do, let's have a look at the money. How much do we pay interest? 2 ducats per month. So we could, if we repay one of the loans, that's 130 ducats, but that's going to reduce our expenses quite a bit. So now with just one more good looting, and we might be able to pay off another. Oh, yeah, there we go. The interest is now a fair bit lower, and overall our income is slightly better at least. How much? Okay, we are actually quite a bit over our force limit, so that's costing us a decent bit. Right, well that is indeed a problem. But I don't want to get rid of the troops, so we'll just, you know, conquer some more lands, that should be alright. There we go, that's 2 provinces sieged down. Do I go for the capital, or do I go for the Pavia? I'm not entirely sure. Lombardia, I mean Lombardia would be good for the loot. And we're gonna march there. They might try to sneak past us now. If need be, I can just split my troops a little bit and beat them in a combat. Not too worried about it. Actually, why is the defensive bonus there? It's only 56. I mean, I suppose it's not mountains. That's like what? Grass flats. That's wooded highlands and wooded highlands. Okay. Those do give a bit of a bonus there. Quite a few of the Savoyan lands do count for Italy. Like basically this area here, if I remember correctly. I suppose I can just check the... Yeah, there's the land. That one doesn't count as part of Italy, but these provinces in here do. So I could certainly take some of that. The problem is that to attack Savoy we need to declare on Verona, and we can't call Savoy as a go-belligerent, otherwise there's going to be a war against Castile and... Well, mostly Castile is the one that I'm afraid of that in there. But like, we'll try to get a province or 2 from them for sure, with the war against Verona, but we will need to wait... Oh, look at that. We're actually making money now. Not much, but we are making it. And I believe we haven't invested any of the taxes yet, but I think we should be able to see the investments happening next year, because that's 3 years from the... Bosnia wants to go through our lands? Sure. I don't know what they're going to be reaching through my lands, but... That's not my problem. That might be their problem, though. Okay, so still got 7 years ahead of... Actually, 8 years ahead of time in Diplo. So we can probably afford waiting there. Although, we should be getting the casual literacy. Oh yeah, it's almost present in... Oh, political scandal. Oh. So we could lose half a point in stability, and then reduce relations with everything, or aristocrats and everything else. Or we can improve relations between aristocrats and the state. They will lose still influence, not quite as much. We'll still lose the stability. Or we can lose the stability and aristocrats minus 10 loyalty. I think we're just gonna go with shameful affair. Well, it doesn't improve our relations, it just mostly sours the relations between the factions, not between the state and the factions. So I think that's gonna be alright. So how long have we been sieging? About half a year now. That would be about... Siege 6, and we still haven't reached the positive chances in here, so could be a bit better. I mean, yeah, Savoy probably does have some cheap options for provinces, I suppose. We'll have a look at once the taxes... Oh, right, let's actually have a look at our money here. So we got 116 ducats right now. So actually speaking, about 11 ducats of that should be invested. Not entirely sure where exactly it's going to be invested, but it's going to be invested somewhere. Or maybe it doesn't do it yet. I don't know. It should be on at least. Hold on, maybe I should double check if the automatic investment is on. So we'll do it eventually. Okay, now we're at 0% at Lombardia. And we are... Spy network increasing... Oh. Okay, we lost a leader, but it wasn't the good one. I got scared there for a moment. 20 admin, 25 diplo, and 30 mil in taxes here. That's cheap compared to Portugal. Yeah, it really is. To be fair, Portugal has had quite a bad track with the factions, to be fair. Speaking of factions, nobility. How about... I'll promote, so that would increase their influence. I don't necessarily want to increase their influence too much, although... Land reform, I could try taking their land, but they would hate that. And that would be kind of counterintuitive to what we're trying to do here. We could overlook the tenant abuse. And they would lose power because of that. But they would, yeah, would get a bit of loyalty from there. And then there was the... strategic marriage. That's another one fairly decent. That is going to give them some power. But actually with the other one, it's... I think it's not going to be quite as large an impact there then. There we go. We got 18% loyalty with nobility now. That's a lot better than what it was before. Once this is over, restart with Portugal to manage better the loyalty till a bit later. There's only one stream. Yeah, I mean, we could probably start a new one. Like, we've learned a few more tricks and realized how much different it is going to be playing as Portugal. But we can probably restart. But we do want to complete the, or forming the Italy first. Hopefully we can do that today. But we'll see. It might take another stream. Although, let's actually have a look at the peace deal with Milan. So if we take that and that, that would already be a coalition of Milan, which actually, I can live with that. Now, if I can get a bit of humiliation as well, that would require quite a bit of points. I mean, once we've seized down the capital, that shouldn't be too bad. And then, maybe we'll just take the money. More reparations and 20 ducats. Okay, the 20 ducats isn't very large, but I think we can do something about that. Oh, the unrest over here is going down even further now. Is that because of the suppression? Oh yeah. I believe it is. The rebellion is going to lose some steam in here, so basically the rebellion is going to be squashed soon enough, by the looks of it. Oh, and actually we're gaining money despite having all our force active now. And of course troops active. Ships, not so much. Oh, army reformer has died. That was one of the bureaucrats. We probably don't want to put in another bureaucrat right now. We've got one over here already. Let's get someone from nobility, I think. Oh, discipline advisor wouldn't be too bad. It's level 2. That'd be bureaucrat. That's another nobility. Recruitment time, manpower modifier, and that's another bureaucrat. I think I want to go with the discipline.